Engine room, reverse 1/4.
Aye, aye, sir. Bow light away.
Engine room, head 1/4. Sound last bell. Leadsman, sound off. Give me a depth reading by the mark. Mark 4. Engine room, head 3/4. Stand by. Steady as she goes. Captain?
Welcome aboard the Liberty Bell. I'm your captain, Horace Bixby, and my pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub that goes by the name of Sam Clemens. Hey, he's marking his 100th voyage down the river today with a memory of calamity on his watch. So Sam knows this river like his own backyard. Sam, tell our guests everything you know about this river.
Well now, I always figure it is better to keep your mouth shut if you're speaking when you open it and remove all doubt. But I will tell you this, I love this river more than anything else. I've loved this river, even from the time I was a toddler back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of port, I think I should mention that you best not be sitting on those gangways. They're the only thing between you and the river. And the river don't always take kindly to uninvited guests. We've also had reports of river pirates operating in the vicinity. So I wouldn't lean out beyond those rails for that reason either. Prospectors and Indians too, but mostly it's flush time. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Hannibal. Takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that when I was younger, I could remember everything. Whether it was or not. across the way on the starboard side was my stomping ground when I was young. Exceedingly young. Marvelously young. Young by hundreds of years. Younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island, and was named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old man Harper's grain mill is there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. The next Mutt Plotter's Pond and his windmill. We almost came once, and there's Huck's Landing. I always did like Huck. You could swear just wonderful. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of pain, lots of adventure, if you know where to look. You know where to look. That's Superstition Bridge. Next to Big Island is Little. And if you follow the Wilderness Trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langley. It's the last trading outpost before we head into Indian country.
Thank you!
Ready to take that bridge back?
That's on fire. That's on fire. It's the burning hot.
Taking her all the way to Tampa now. We're in low tide. We're in low tide.
Drifted out of the bayou. Report, Captain. It's Beacon Joe.
Old Beacon's been marking this river for longer than I can remember. Every time the river cuts into our channel, Old Beacon gets out of water, and there's no other safe to travel on. However, the sand here has been bragging that first game or so, he can navigate the Liberty Bell on a heavy river. Isn't that sort of thing?
Well, I was born humble, Captain. The most of us born humble. Captain, Indian Village to port.
Now that's something you don't see much of this way. That's an Algonquin Indian village. Looks to be from the Powhatan tribe. Usually they stay further east. I've seen Seminole in Miami this far west. And of course Shoshone, Blackfeet, Crow. I've never seen an Algonquin child.
Lots of game out this way. I've seen moose and deer and plenty of other critters along the shoreline.
That could be why the Powhatans are not just following the route. bridge off the port has been here a while. Most of the Indians along the river don't quite know what to make of our steamboat. They call it Hemmelwolf, which means fire canoe, because of the smoking sparks pouring out of the topstack. The first time we passed this way, they thought it was the return of one of their heavenly messengers. They said our riverboat was a comet of the sun. Just beyond the village, up that hill, is their sacred burial ground. Those who fought in battle were placed atop the traditional bed of death. After nightfall, they'll return to mourn the great warriors and honor to the tribe.
This is how you deal with it, right? That's how it is. See how high it is. You don't realize that.
Attention deck watch. Shoals to port and starboard. Engine room, there you go.
We're entering shallow water, but there's no cause for worry. Sam knows every shoal and shallow, every snag and sandbar in this part of the river. He'll navigate us through to save water. You wouldn't steer the water, would you, Sam?
I believe we ought never to do wrong, Captain. Especially when others are looking. Ladies and gentlemen, sing out.
Those of you who have been this way before know that the water can get fairly shallow along this stretch of the river. The leadsmen call out the depth. Each mark is 1,000 or 6 feet. Mark 20 is 2 fathoms, and for us that means safe water.
Captain, we're passing Cutthroat Corner. Attention deck crew, stay alert. If there's river pirates out here, this is where they'll most likely be. I can hear them from here. All the commotion sounds like their interests lie elsewhere. If you folks on deck look past the trees on the island, that's Fort Langmore. Most of these old forts started out as trading posts. Then as settlers started heading west, the army came in and took them over. The minefield is, these days, there's a lot less frontier and a lot more civilization than is truly necessary. see that brick mansion back over yonder there in the woods? I've heard folks hereabouts say it's haunted. They say it was built on sacred Indian burial grounds, so now it's filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. If you want proof, just ask them. They got it. About 100 proof, I reckon. And whatever you do, don't strike any matches if they aim to breathe in your direction. And you won't just be seeing ghosts, you'll be joining. We're approaching Liberty Square, which is home port for us. We'll be putting into dock shortly, so those of you on the upper two decks might be in line to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. You got youngins who will want to take them in here, and then get out again. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with us, and I hope I see you next time around the riverbed.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach level at 1/4 speed. Man the bow line. Purser, check freight and cargo. All hands prepare to dock.
Thank you.
All passengers, stand by to go ashore.
Hello? And welcome back to Liberty Square. At this time, pack your personal belongings, take your small children by the hand, and make your way down the stairs to the bottom of the first direction. At the bottom of the boat, please make your way to the bottom of the boat. Now, directions. At this time, you should be making your way to the bottom of the boat direction. Still exiting the river to the and please watch your The one and the only exit will be at the bottom of the boat. Please make your way to the bottom of the boat now to the Bye-bye.